Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing some Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 3 news, a variety of different topics here. We have ourselves a new image for Dragons Rising Season 3 that we will talk about momentarily. We also do have some new Ninjago information coming at us from Ninjago series head writer Doc Wyatt, and we also have a few other topics to discuss later in the video that are LEGO related, but not necessarily Ninjago related. Kinda stepping outside our comfort zone here, talking about something that's not Ninjago for a change. Again, that'll be towards the end of the video though. Let's start with the Ninjago news. First of all, we have this image for Dragons Rising Season 3, which came out yesterday as of the time of recording this video. I did not feel the need to cover it in its own separate video, just because there's not much to talk about surrounding this picture. It's probably the least exciting new image that we've seen so far. As you can see, we have Wildfire here hanging out with some of the tournament temple guards, or the City of Temples guards, whatever you want to call them there. Now these ones do have the red badge on their arms, which are actually used on some of the medical ones as seen in Season 2. And considering one of them has a clipboard in the background there, I assume this means that this is kind of like the medical section of the City of Temples. Why exactly would Wildfire be there? Well, probably because Roby is there trying to recover after being hit by Kerr's decay. I guarantee you that's why Wildfire is here, and I guarantee you Roby is here too. Not exactly sure what Wildfire is trying to do with the guards, if she's trying to convince them of something, or what exactly the deal is there, but this is, again, the medical type of guard as seen in Season 2, so I can only assume that this is Roby's hospital room trying to recover and Wildfire is there visiting him, or something to that nature. But that's going to pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts on the new image. Again, nothing super crazy, probably the least exciting new image that we've seen so far. Moving on to some statements made by Doc Wyatt over on Blue Sky, of course one of Ninjago's head writers. I would like to very quickly talk about once again this post right here, where Doc Wyatt answers a few distinct questions, because more of the answers that he has given here intrigued me, so I figured why not talk about them. First of all, we have question 5 here. Has Noct used brute force at the tournament without us noticing? To which Doc Wyatt replies that he noticed, which I think we can take as pretty much a guarantee that Noct did in fact use his elemental power during the Tournament of the Sources. Obviously during Season 2, during the tournament, they did not make it very clear what exactly the power of Noct was. They never distinctly said it. I'm not even sure if Roby knew what his power was, or if he just knew that he was an elemental master. And obviously in Season 3, whenever Noct or any of the 5 use their powers, their hands light up red, at least for the most part. So a lot of us assumed that Noct was just not using his powers here. Apparently he was, and apparently Doc Wyatt noticed. So not sure if that's some kind of behind the scenes thing. More likely than not, it's just him knowing while Season 2 was being developed what Noct would have in terms of an elemental power, and subtly hinting at it during the tournament. Next up here, we have question number 8. If Lloyd and Wu used their dragon forms, would they look like the ninja in Crystallized or like actual dragons? Doc Wyatt replies with depends. I am curious to know what exactly that depends on. Obviously we know that Lloyd and Wu can indeed use dragon form. Lloyd was training with it during Ninjago Crystallized. Master Wu wasn't, but it's obvious that he has one. If Garmadon has an Oni form, chances are Wu has a dragon form. It only makes sense there. Balance and whatnot. But again, it kind of just depends what they would look like. If they would look like the normal ninja using dragon form as seen in Crystallized, or if they would look like actual dragons. Since they have literal dragon DNA, I can imagine maybe their dragon forms would be more literal, in the sense that maybe they would become actual dragons. Like maybe Master Wu would look similar to Egalt or something like that. Maybe Doc Wyatt means depends on the character. Maybe Lloyd would turn into the normal normal dragon form as seen in Crystallized, but Master Wu would become a literal dragon. It's hard to say really. I doubt we will ever see dragon form again from the Ninjago series. I feel like that was just a Ninjago Crystallized thing. So maybe this question will never be answered. Maybe that's what he means by his answer here. But overall, I did find this very intriguing regarding Lloyd and Wu, again, potentially using dragon form, what that could look like. And that's going to pretty much wrap it up for the Ninjago portion of today's video. Let's talk about some LEGO news that isn't necessarily Ninjago related, because I do have a few things to talk about. The first of which is the whole LEGO Pokemon announcement. For those that might not be aware, I am a huge Pokemon fan. I've been playing since Generation 4. Pokemon Diamond was my first game way back when, and I've played every generation since then. In fact, if you would like to hear me talk more about Pokemon, I would recommend checking out my second channel. We post there occasionally. I will link that down below in the description. Lots of Pokemon stuff over there. But yeah, in terms of LEGO Pokemon, I did not really talk about this much when it was announced not too long ago. I talked about it very briefly on stream, but I am very excited for LEGO Pokemon. This possibly gives me another LEGO theme to buy besides Ninjago, which I have not done in many, many years. I'm not sure what exactly this LEGO Pokemon stuff will be. I'm hoping it'll be at least similar to maybe LEGO Animal Crossing, in the sense that we can have minifigures of certain characters from the games or the show, along with maybe brick-built or pre-molded Pokemon for the smaller ones. I just hope that these sets are not too expensive. I know a lot of people have been talking about how expensive LEGO Pokemon is probably going to be. I hope it's not crazy expensive, and I also hope that LEGO does not exclusively pander to the Gen 1 crowd. I'm not like a Gen 1 hater or anything like that, but I just hope that LEGO doesn't just exclusively do Gen 1 based sets. But either way, you know, I'm excited for LEGO Pokemon. I think it's going to be fun. Of course, I do have my concerns, my worries, but overall, I think it's going to be exciting. As a huge Pokemon fan and as a huge LEGO fan, this is kind of just like a dream come true. Now, something else that is LEGO related that I do want to talk about is all of the new information surrounding the LEGO Soundwave set from Transformers. Now, I love Transformers as well. A lot of you guys know that already, and I have been gathering the other LEGO Transformers sets that are out there. I have the Optimus Prime, I have the Bumblebee. Sounds like Soundwave is next, which is awesome. Soundwave is my favorite Transformers character just ever, period. And obviously, I imagine, like Optimus and Bumblebee, this will be based on G1 Soundwave, which isn't too bad. I would have loved to have seen maybe like a Bumblebee movie Soundwave, but that might be asking for a little bit too much there, though I love that design. I still do really enjoy G1 Soundwave. He's part of the reason why I love Soundwave so much. Now, in terms of piece count and price, it's going to be very similar to the Optimus Prime, it seems, so probably around the same size. Makes sense. Soundwave was kind of a taller guy back in the day, and I think them doing Soundwave next makes sense. Obviously, I know a lot of people wanted a Megatron, but Megatron is very much easier said than done. Soundwave makes a lot more sense, and again, given the LEGO Transformers gimmick of them actually transforming, Soundwave going from robot to a blocky radio would make a lot of sense for LEGO, and it probably would be very easy for LEGO to do that. In terms of a release, we are looking at an August 1st release for this guy. I can't wait. That is going to be a day one purchase from me, absolutely. But with that being said, everyone, that's going to pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here, and that's going to pretty much do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, just some Ninjago news and also some LEGO news that I found at least interesting enough to talk about. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.